Hello and welcome to episode 96 of this Let's Play series. We are playing Thea the Awakening. In the past episode we have started to rebuild the buildings in our village, Astoria over here, to use moonstone and other precious stones and minerals and metals so that we can have better resource and attraction bonus and things. Now, I was a little dismayed because I was uh, discussing in the Steam discussion forum, and somebody was saying that the attraction bonus may be well, there's two things. One is that it is there's a scaling up and down based on how dangerous the world is and how strong we are, and so at 50 something people we may be too strong to actually attract anything. And secondly, the attraction may only work if it's higher than the human attraction value, and all the moonstone building we have very high human attraction values. Now someone else say that is not the case, so I don't know if that's true or not, and whether or not we'll get elves or dwarfs or goblins or orcs. So one of the reasons to continue the series is to do that. The other reason is for the research tree, and I do want to try and get all these trees completed. I need 2 more for these and a lot more for all these resources here, and I just don't see me getting all these different resources in another game, so I'm just trying to do that in this game. Now, having said that, I was thinking about just calling this a series and do something else. One of the things I was thinking about doing is actually write a event editor. If you actually go to, actually you can't see it here, but in the main menu there's an event editor where you can create your own event for Thea the Awakening, and basically the like mods to the game, which would be interesting. One of the mods I'm really interested in making would be to have a courier that would take resources back and forth from these camps, and I don't know how feasible that is yet, but I will look into that some more and see if I can build something like that. And if I can, I will probably do like a mini series of that, and also maybe like a how-to of how to make that event module. Anyway, let's just get back into this game. We are just roaming around here, trying to find things to do while we're building things at our main village. So let's continue on.
You are set upon by a small group of rugged-looking dwarves. Their faces are scarred, as if they cut off their... The lead
talk about
dwarf
it.
spits and grunts at you.
Share some of the food.
Your men stand firm, showing off their strength and confidence. The dwarf leader listens to you and
Wins mithril.
speaks. You share a meal by the fire and exchange stories of woe and victory. One of the...
Gain some experience and some research. And we queue up a bunch of these things, not because we are going to make them all, but these so that I don't have to go back and do these again. These are basically the armor we want to use, the one-handed weapon we want to use, shield we want to use, bows we want to use, gathering tool and crafting tools and things like that. These are food that we do want to make at some point once we finish doing stuff. But and then we probably need to add some two-handed swords for our warriors and things like that, and hammers as well. For now, let's just go ahead and attack some of these guys. Let's just fight them and just disassemble all these equipment. And the other thing I was thinking about is to move the mushroom camp here. We have so much mushroom now that it doesn't make sense to just get a mushroom. It would be a lot more useful to have a camp where we can gather like 3-4 different kind of food. Except that those locations are few and far between, and I actually have not seen anything like that. There's fruit and bird meat over here, fruit and herbs, lots of fish along the coast, of course. There's nuts over here. So this location here would actually allow us to gather 3 kind of food and wood. So this would be a good food supply locations over here. But I think right here is where we can camp and get fish, seaweed, and meat. Not that we really need meat, since we have meat at home. Other than that, I'm not sure if there's any other location where we can get. If I camp here, I can also get those 3, and that's a little bit closer to home. There's mushroom everywhere. There's a moonstone camp up there. Over here we can get 3 kind of food and herb. So this may be a good camp over here as well. There's something over here. Well, we'll worry about that when we come to it. We're not in a position to make another camp anyway. Let's do one of these. Let's go ahead and disassemble all of these equipment. Let's banish. Wow, that's really bad ivory sword. I think we can make much better equipment now, so let's not keep any of these. There's exotic fruit over here, but nothing else. Here there's exotic fruit and seaweed. We're out of movement, so let's go ahead and end our turn here.
You travel through the plains until you discover a deep rift in the ground. When you look down, you see a vast area filled with rubble. Amongst the rubble stick out some enormous. You notice that the rocks move unnaturally, and you soon realize that these must be rock trolls. You can either use the element
Let's attack them.
You defeat the trolls. You find a good deal of dragon bones, some dragon hides, and a good supply of rocks.
That's excellent. I don't see any rocks, but we'll get some diamonds. And use the dragon bone and dragon leather to make our bows or crossbows. Ah, we have another Morocco down here. Just dismantle these. That looks really cool. Monster Light Slayer, but is not very good. We are out of movement. Oh, we have a child grew up, and we have a scholar. That happened before as well, and when it happened, we need to rename that to somebody else. So let's do that. Let's just close for now, and I assume that'll be as Astoria. direction. So over here, and we'll finish our palisade as well. So the last one grew up is this one here, and this is the new one. So let's just rename him for now. Probably not a very good name, but again, I'll come back to all these names once I get to this point in the game when I'm writing things up. And we need some one-handed sword, some spears. I have a feeling we should just dismantle all of these. Actually, while I'm here, let me go ahead and pause the game, look through all these weapons, and see if I should just dismantle all of these and just keep the ones we built, and go from there. So I'll be back in just a little bit. Okay, so I went through and destroyed a bunch of things. I do have a hard time actually figure out what to destroy, but I think at the end we'll just go and build all the things that we need to use. So we have a lot of crossbows and things, and shield. Oh, that's too heavy, and that's why I'm actually keep some of the, well, that's too heavy for him, period. Can't really wield much of anything. So we just need to keep him behind and not, hopefully, not get killed. I don't think there's anything that's just, maybe he get a blessed string or something like that, and just that would just work. Anyway, let's continue on. We just finished our palisade, so take a look at that. Our previous is a shielding bonus of 2, attract beast of 5, attract arc of 2. And the new one, shielding bonus of 3, attract elven of 2. The reason we only have shielding bonus of 2 and not 5 is because we are using a lot of elven wood just for that particular thing. Before we build another building, let's build some equipment. And for that, let's go to crafting. And I do need somebody to craft some of these. Let's just build 2 of those. And let's build a 2-handed sword as well. Mithril and moonstone. Now that we just get that haul back, we should be able to do pretty good. So I believe that's what we do. We do mithril and diamond. 24.9 versus 29.8. So mithril is better, especially with the perception. If I do mithril and this, then 29.8 2. 29.832 versus 29.8. So that's the same. We flipped magic and perception. Now we would just use moonstone altogether. That's a lot more damage. But I do like the perception though. So this is less, but it adds random attributes. This might be worth it. We do have diamonds, so let's use that. Let's do both. Let's do one of these and one that use mithril. All the way to the top. Make after the one-handed sword. Not that it really matter. Then the shield, mithril and diamond. Bow, gathering tools. Let's queue up a war hammer and a spear as well. Let's do the spear first. Mithril and moonstone. Can't do that. Do one of these. And then one of these. Let's just bring this up a few. Not actually going to make any of them right now. Well, actually we might, because we are out of all these things, so it would be good to make a few extra. We do have people who are not doing anything, so we're making one of these. I don't think we need shield quite yet. Let's make one of these as well. She'll need another 30. That only add 25. So we get him to go cook some beagles, some stew, and then we'll just have Zaska help out with the spear. The next turn we just need to remember to take them off of this, and the next turn we'll also try to build something else. With that in mind, let's see what we have over here. Let's just go ahead and run headlong into the
You
Moroki.
approach a group of giants, and you have just enough time. You carefully
sneak 'em.
prepare. You ambush the giants and attack them from the shadows before they have a chance to react.
It's pretty decent to carry around for now. Once we get to home base, and we can dismantle them. But just in case we have somebody that we need to use, we'll just keep that. It's grain here. It will be good to have some grain so we can make goods. So let's run headlong down here. Let's do some tactics. Dismantle these. We have one. Let's end our turn here. Oh, we have one research out all that stuff. So let's go ahead and let's do the archery range, because it also use a lot of elven wood. I think we can use that to attract some more elves. And then the last one will be this, also to allow us to build elven wood, which is good. Okay, so we build one of each of these. Let's go in and destroy our old palisade. 252. The last one is 32. Let's build the archery range. This is dryad wood. I don't think that adds much. Just have range damage bonus. Instead, let's use elves. Less range damage bonus, but attract elven of 2. We do have silver, so just use silver here. Not that it makes any difference. Take 3 turns for him to build that. And in the meantime, let's equip Scholaroni with this thing. That's too heavy. She can't do it. That's too bad. He just need to gain some strength. Right, so let's move on. Go ahead and deal with this hive. Let's just fight him. Too bad there's no other food resource here, otherwise it would be good to camp here and get some grain. See if there's any other grain resources around here. Not that I can see of. Let's go deal with the army. Oh, there's a suspicious tower over here that we need to visit. And dismantle all these things. We're out of movement. Okay, let's go ahead and deal with these guys. Just banish them. Let's go ahead and disassemble all these things. And look into this treasure.
You come across the ruins of. You search through the rubble and discover the remains of some ancient warrior. His weaponry is still intact and ready for the taking.
We can camp, but there's nothing to gather. So let's just march over here.
You see a large stone tower. As you approach the tower carefully,
Investigate.
you see that some of the stones move in unnatural ways, and you soon discover that there are at least. You know
Listen
that
closely.
these little ones are trolls which are rarely found alone.
Let's attack it.
You win, and you are now free to take as much stone as you can. You use your tools and gather the stones.
Diamonds are good. So there's a raiders lair over here. Let's see where we should approach them from. I don't think it really mattered that much.
You approach a group of giants, and you have just enough time to figure out the best approach.
Use stealth.
Carefully prepared. You ambush the giants and attack them from the shadows before they have a chance to react.
Let's just assassinate these guys as well. Dismantle all these things. That looks pretty cool. Dragon bone and silver. Let's keep that for now, just in case we need it. And let's not worry about camping here. Let's go up this way. Okay, it wraps around, that's good to know. So a bunch of us level, and we have a idle villager somewhere. Oh, because we finished building the archery range. So we gain some stuff. I'm still looking to see if we gain any medics skill. That is rather few and far between. And this is cool. Like these characters again, like find weakness and stuff like that that I thought you can only get from equipment, but that's not the case. They actually gain those naturally as well. Nope, no medic at all. Okay, so we finished building this. Let's go to overview. A meeting hall is decent. Use 40 steel and 40 grain. Plus 2 everywhere. Attract Orc 2. And we're running out of things to rebuild here. So either we rebuild this one. I don't think it will gain us anything. Or that's about it. The other thing to do is demolish this and build something else, but that doesn't gain us anything right now. So with that in mind, let's go and build some equipment. So this one is the mithril and moonstone. This one is mithril and diamond. Let's build one of each so we can compare. Now let's not worry about these quite yet. Don't have any more idle people. Let's deal with the giant caves
giants and you carefully prepare.
and ambush them.
You ambush the giants and attack them from the shadows before they have a chance to react.
That's pretty good. Now see if someone can use that. He can't. That's a 3 gathering. Make a 4, and he should be able to use this one. There you go. A lot of exotic fruit down here. Let's go and gather a bunch of grain and come back. Just camp right here. Actually, since we really cannot use all of our gathering, let's camp here instead and gather some ancient wood as well. We focus on the grain. As much as we can. So sit here for 3 turns. Okay, we built these 2. Let's pull them off of that. Oh, I forgot to make those infinite. My bad. My bad. Did I do that with the pikes as well? Apparently I did. So to complete a bunch of these things. Oops. Let's do that again. I apologize. Actually, before we do that, let's go to equipment. So it's moonstone and diamond. 24/9 intelligent magic. This is just straight up magic and perception 29/8. Let's take this guy here for a moment. So that is the standard moonstone mithril. This one has less damage and more shielding, but it adds intelligence at the cost of perception. This one is just not as good. This one is lighter. I don't think any of our warrior is going to worry about things being heavy. And if we do, then we'll deal with that then. So go ahead and trash all these. Nishi's Wrath. And Bugei's Revenge. Zora Blade. So the question is whether or not I want to keep the diamond or the mithril. There's no reason to keep any of these. So let's just go strictly with the moonstone and mithril variety. And then we can use diamond on jewelry and things. And let's add the pikes back into the mix. Mithril and moonstone. We'll use dragon leather as a catalyst. And before we forget, let's make these infinite. Build them as much as we can. Actually, put this one first. Not that it makes any difference. Okay, so that should cover a whole range of things that we need. With the new expedition coming back, we still have people need to make things. I think they piled everybody down into making shield. I don't think we need. Let's make one shield. I think we're low on shield. And then we'll go and make an armor. So let's end our turn here.
The skies darken, the air becomes thick and stuffy, and the storm
Let's deal with
rages.
that.
The storm is nearly over, but the last few angry thrusts seem more vicious than ever.
Let's run after them.
You run after the fool and try to take them back to a safer place, but a thunder strikes the tree they were hiding under. You both receive
So
some
gain some
burns,
wills.
but you see the tree fall where you're...
We should be able to handle that just fine. Take all three of these guys up here. Take them 2 turns to do that. And then we'll go and make some more of this stuff. But we are running way over time, so let's go ahead and call an episode here. Thank you very much for watching. Have a nice day. Bye bye.